What's going on, everybody? DjGoHam here. Welcome back to the channel. It's Farm Some News, baby. Hashtag Farm Some News. Today we got 22 PC mods at testing. We got 13 console mods at testing. Well, those 20 mods were released today. It's Fact Sheet Friday. Polycount Modding is making a self-propelled John Deere mower. Sid Modding's redoing the interior on his X9 Combine. Shaba shows progress on his JCB Telehandler. A2 Studio has a big surprise for us. CMT Software have made their Claas Xerion mod even better. 4D Modding show off their Heston Baler. Lucius Modding has some in-game pictures of their case wheel loader. Custom Modding teased their next mod. CNH Modding wants your help. gForce is redoing their multi-hitch. Plus, Dasch Modding is back in Farm Sim News. Surprise. Oh yeah, and today's Farm Sim News was 100% unscripted. Didn't write a script for any of this. A2 Studio may have dared me to do it. Maybe not. Who knows? Either way, let's check it out! In testing for PC, we have barrel production, Big Bell storage pack, charcoal burning, air schult, empty pallets production, NL Sache, Euro Farms, Gatehead Farm, Kuhn Acura 10,000, large liquid storage, large pallet warehouse, mobile bridges, New Holland Forge Cruiser Series, pallet high shelf storage, pellet press, pellet storage house, PNU 840, realistic seed storage, realistic seed large seed storage, seed production for realistic seed, stationary wood chipper, and wool storage. In testing for consoles, we have the 20-foot gooseneck tipper trailer, Pure Series 6 Edition, Jack Moose Mowit Pack, Jack Moose Mowit Trailers, Lizard Orm Silage, Meridia 200 Mower Pack, New Holland 980 CFX, New Holland T8 US, Old Trailer, TLX 2020 Series, Virtuos 15,000, and the VS Truck PT 600. With all that being said, we still have 72 mods sitting waiting to be tested, and the current average waiting time for newly submitted mods is 5 workdays. In addition to the mods and testing, 20 new and updated mods were released today on the in-game mod hub. I've already made a very extensive and very long video showing these off, and leave that video linked in the first pinned comment below. It's Friday, and that means another round of fact sheets for the upcoming Alpine Farming Expansion DLC for Farming Simulator 19, which will be available on all platforms, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, Mac, and Google Stadia on Thursday, November 12th, 2020. You will also be able to play these DLC on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S if you have those consoles as well. I do have both the Xbox Series X and S pre-ordered, so they should be delivering that same day. Hopefully we'll be able to get some stuff out that weekend on the new DLC. Channel members, we will be unboxing these consoles live. RIP PlayStation 5. I was unable to get one of those pre-ordered, so gonna be waiting in line that morning just like the rest of you guys. If you are on PC and Mac, you can pre-order the DLC at the link below, and that does go to help support the channel at no extra cost to you. This pre-order will work with the Giants version, Steam, which I use and still use these codes, and the Epic Games Store. If you're on console and you own the Season Pass, you will receive the DLC at no extra cost. Season Passes for PC players will also be available this day too, so you can get that. And new version of the game will include a DLC called the Premium Edition, which is pretty darn sweet. It's going to have every single DLC plus the base game if you want to buy everything at once. For everyone else, this DLC can be purchased November 12th for $19.99 USD. The DLC includes over 30 new vehicles and tools from new brands and a new map as well. But with all that being said, let's take a look at today's fact sheets. First up, we have the Pottinger Lion 303 and an AeroSim 3002. This is a Power Harrow and Seeder combination. It's going to cost you $40,000 altogether. 121 kilowatts power, 165 horsepower, 9 mile per hour max working speed, or 15 kilometers. It will hold 1,250 liters of seed, and it works best with the SB 700 weight on the front. With this, you can do all of your standard normal crops, so you have your wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybeans, cover crop, and grass, and it will have a 3-meter working width. Next up, we have the Pottinger NovaCat 301 Alpha Motion Master. Oh yeah, this is a front mower. It's going to cost you $16,000, requires 60 horsepower, has a max working speed of 13 miles per hour or 22 kilometers per hour, and has a 3.1 meter working width at 10 feet rather, and it works best with the NovaDisc 812. And speaking of, here it is, the Pottinger NovaDisc 812. This is a mower. It's going to cost you $28,500, has a 90 horsepower requirement, max speed of 13 miles per hour or 22 kilometers per hour, and has an 8.1 meter or 26.5 foot working width, which is crazy. This will also work with the NovaCat 301 Alpha Motion Master or the Nova Alpine 261. Again, this DLC will be released on Thursday, November 12th, 2020, and will be available on all platforms that you can play Farming Simulator 19 on. Making our way into today's top stories, and we start with Polycount Modding. and their John Deere W260. That is right, we will be getting, sometime soon anyway, a John Deere self-propelled mower by Polycount Modding. We haven't talked to them in a while. As a matter of fact, I haven't even talked to the Motherboard in a while. Very good to have them here. So this is going to be a self-propelled mower by John Deere, 5-meter working width, and they do say stay tuned for more information. Now, I do have a spec sheet for this, at least the in real life version. This has a 260 horsepower engine and runs at about 15 miles per hour, or a high range of around 21 miles per hour. So that should give you an idea of what to expect for this mod. Sid Modding is working hard on the interior of the redone John Deere X9 Combine that he's working on for all platforms. Says the interior model is ready now, and he's starting to work on textures. This is a big improvement over yesterday where he just started the interior work, which is very, very cool. He says, how do you like it? Passenger seat is only for visual spacing and will be different from the X9, so keep that in mind. Shaba says, relaxing afternoon with Blender and Giants Editor. If you don't know, they are working on the JCB TM320, which is a telehandler. Now, we had something like this, or maybe this exact thing at one point in time, but it was quickly removed from the mod hub, and I don't even remember who the modder was for that. But I will tell you, a lot of you guys wanted to see that because it was a base game piece of equipment in FS17, so it is great to see something like this coming back, and who better to make it than Shaba? We get a couple things from A2 Studio today. First, they show off some things that are in testing or live with Giants right now, saying that their 20-foot gooseneck tipper trailer, which was not released today, is currently in console testing, as well as the Jack Moose Mow It Pack and the TLX 2020 series. Now, I do believe there was an issue with the Jack Moose Mow It trailers. Those are currently in review. He's going to be working on that and sending back the update. And in addition to that, if you were watching his live stream last night, you would have seen a very, very blurry picture of what he says is the TLX 3500. That is right. The TLX is officially going to be getting a big brother, and this thing is going to have everything. Unfortunately, no information is known other than what it is and this super, super blurry picture. So, leaves a lot to the imagination. What do you think is going to be included with this? CMT Software shows off their Claas Xerion Saddle Track Progress Seed Tank for the first time in-game. I've been really looking forward to this, by the way. So this will have configurations of the side decal for Lemken, Kuhn, and possibly others, a body color, cover color, a configuration for the fill unit. So that's going to be seed, fertilizer, or seed and fertilizer. It will also support hose support for the base seeder and planter for Lemken, Kuhn, etc. And the capacity is 8,000 liters, but that's just for now. They say they should have some functions as a front seed tank from base game, so tank is only an extension for planter or seeder that you have connected, meaning you can use whatever you want with this. It's not actually a seeder or fertilizer spreader. This is just a tank. And that's so cool, I love it. 40 Modding update us on the progress of their 4900 Heston Baler. They say it's currently in the game. Nothing is final, no release date or anything like that, but they are making great progress, and we get to see some really, really nice images of this right here. So they've got this set up as just the regular 4900 Heston Baler with a couple options here and there. Man, I'll tell you what, they've been working on this for quite a few months, and every single time they update us, I'm like, how can it get any better? Then a couple days later, they're like, oh yeah, check this out. There it is, that's how they do it. Slush's Modding has their case wheel loader in-game and say, now it's time to cross the fingers and let's wait for Giants' response, and soon this should be available to everyone on the Mod Hub. They have put a lot of work into this and trying to make this as realistic as possible and as close to the real-life thing as possible as well. This is a much smaller wheel loader than I was actually expecting this to be, but nonetheless, absolutely amazing work. After the release of Custom Modding's Lizard Cone Bottom Nurse trailer today, which was released for all platforms, they say, now we just have to wait for this, for the setup to be complete. As you can see in the background, we have a brand new custom-made by Custom Modding liquid trailer. Check that out. Semi-trailer, you got a truck pulling. I'm not exactly sure what truck that is. I believe that's some type of real-life truck. Of course, we're not going to be seeing that in-game, but it's all about the trailer here. Man, look at the detail on that thing. That looks so good. CNH Modding update us on the progress of their Demco trailer, saying they're making this for all platforms. They've got a few details done and decals done. She's in game, but there's still a few things left to do. And they've also said that they're looking for someone who can provide photos of decals on the Demco grain trailers. And obviously the ones that you're seeing right here are enough, but they're having issues finding references of these smaller decals. So if you're able to help them out, check them out. Link in the description below. We get some information today from gForce Modding on their Multihitch, saying that they're having to change up the attacher plates on it in order to get it back in with Giant. So they've been doing some work in Blender and say they might even have it resubmitted by last night. Now, I don't know if this is resubmitted at this time or not, but they say they got all of the work done in Giant's editor, and they also made a better wear and dirt texture as well. So they still need some work to do. And here they say they will upload this weekend. That's what I get for not writing a script today. Hopefully, if everything goes well, we will see this by this time next week. That's pretty cool. And lastly, today, we hear from Dasch Modding after the successful release of their building that was released today. We get to see some of the trees that they've been working on. Now, if you don't know what these are, they were going to be adding these to the building. They had some things outside, had to be removed, and they were like, well, we'll add these in. Unfortunately, they did not make it into the final version of their shed. However, we get them here. So, they say, anyone want to see any changes? The planter box texture or sizing, soil, mulch textures, anything like that? The bottoms show about as tight as they can get these put together, so this would be what you would see on console as well, getting them this close. And if anyone knows any other trees that you would like to see inside these planter boxes, to let them know. The tree author would need to be okay with the usage, of course, so these are just in-game trees for now. I know that Alien Jim's got some trees out there, possibly may be able to work together with them. Never know. But one thing that I do know is that is it for today. Just like every episode of Farm Sim News, links to all topics discussed today can be found in the description below. There's no release dates for mods, so myself nor anyone else knows when any mod is going to be released. If I did not talk about something that you're interested in or curious about, it just simply means that there's no new information at the time of recording. Please refer to previous episodes on the most current status of those other projects, and make sure you stay tuned to the channel for updated information on everything going on in the world of Farming Simulator. Oh yeah, and Stan the Man, how did you do it so fast? Well guys, I hope that was a good Farm Sim News. If it was, make sure you drop a like, get subscribed to the channel if you're new, and join the GoHam fam. Make sure you turn your notification bells on as well so that you never miss daily Farming Simulator videos here on the channel. All being said, hope you have a great day. We will see you later. Peace! Unscripted Farm Sim News. Not as bad as I thought it was gonna go.